He was the best thing that ever happened to me.
For 33 years, Andrea Chamblee was nearly inseparable from her husband, John McNamara, until a madman with a gun opened fire at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Annapolis, killing John and 4 of his co-workers.
I want to be ordinary again. I want to be married to my sweetheart.
Andrea shared her story with WUSA 9 last summer, marking the 1-year anniversary of the mass shooting. Now, as the 2-year anniversary approaches, the trial for the suspected gunman has been postponed indefinitely after courts were shut down to help stop the spread of coronavirus. In fact, the judge still hasn't been able to rule on whether the alleged gunman is competent to stand trial after he pleaded guilty but not criminally responsible, Maryland's version of the insanity defense. That hearing and everything that comes after now on hold, along with the small bit of closure Andrea and the other victims' family members might get from a guilty verdict. In fact, the Capital Gazette shooting is one of several high-profile cases across our area put on hold by coronavirus.
Our hero and this country's hero.
The parents of Army Second Lieutenant Richard Collins III hoped they would see their son's killer sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole in April, almost 3 years after Collins was stabbed to death on the University of Maryland's College Park campus by 24-year-old Sean Urbanski. But that sentencing was also postponed. Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy telling us a new sentencing date won't even be set until the courts reopen.
These are really tough conversations with families, but families also understand that we're facing a pandemic. It's not like we want to have these delays.
Braveboy said the closing of courtrooms has also been painful for those who claim they are falsely accused.
And we also feel for the defendants who don't have their day in court, because these individuals, while we believe they've committed offenses, they are presumed innocent. They have the presumption of innocence.
With all court proceedings, except processing of arrests, suspended, the backlog of cases when courts reopen is sure to cause headaches. In Montgomery County, the sentencing of police officer Kevin Morris, convicted of assault for slamming his knee into a suspect's head, is one of 924 different court proceedings that have already been pushed back. In Prince George's County, the Urbanski sentencing is one of more than 1,000 trials, hearings, or other legal actions without any action for the time being, as coronavirus brings the wheels of justice to a grinding halt. Even after courts reopen, it could be as much as 6 weeks in some places before trials actually resume. That's as courtrooms work through the hundreds, if not thousands, of cases that have stacked up during the shutdown. Eric Flack, WUSA 9.